March in place again. Pumping the arms. Back to step touch. And let's disco roll those hands. Make it fun. Circle the elbows, warming up the shoulders and upper back. Now open the arms in big circles. Reach across the front. Let's do some easy squats. Body weight only. Make a fist and pump those biceps. Now feet apart wide, lean side to side. Stretching the inner thighs. Now squat and reach and down. Squat and reach and down. Squat and reach and down. Reach down for the toes, right and left. And back to the march. Step touch with disco hands. Now down into a squat. Let's twist side to side, warming up the core. Arms straight out in front, lower down, come back up. Lower down, come back up. Now let's lean side to side. More core warm up. Turn to the side and drop the back knee into a lunge. Standing up tall, chest out, hands on your hips. Now stay down and hold. Feel a nice stretch on that quadricep. Now shift your weight back, lift your toe and stretch the calf. Back to the front, let's lunge side to side and sweep the arms to the front. Now windmill the arms up and down. Back to squat, reach and down, squat, reach and down. Turn to the other side for lunges, dropping the back knee. Keep your weight centered on both feet. Abdominals tucked in. Down to the knee and hold. Now lift the toe and stretch the calf. Let's come back to center and lunge side to side, sweeping across the front. And windmill the arms, up and down, right and left. Now let's get those knees up high, punching the fist down beside the leg. Turn to the side and lift those knees and reach overhead, pulling down with your arms. Other side. Now let's really get that heart going with a little jump rope.
Just say to me what you want from me.
Okay, that's it for our warm-up. We're going to grab the weights now. I am using 5-pound dumbbells. Anything from 1 to 10 pounds is fine, whatever your strength level is. If you don't have weights, you can use 2 bottles of water or 2 cans of food, a bag of rice or beans. Anything that has a couple pounds to it is fine. We're going to start off with shoulders. Feet together, weights right on top of your shoulders, and we're going to press up.
Not another fan, but I still want you as a fan. I'm gonna need to sit down, don't need to make demands, but I need.
Now bring the arms down, and we're going to slowly raise the arms out for a lateral raise, working the outside shoulder. Nice and easy, slow movements, controlling the weight up and down. Belly tucked in, shoulders down. Now raise to the front, nice and slow, just to shoulder level. Now bring the weights back to the shoulders on top and press up again, this time to tempo. Now onto our leg work, placing the weights on your shoulders. I'm turning to the side just to show you the right position. You can stay facing forward, but I'm keeping my feet hip distance apart and squatting back as if I'm sitting in a chair. Now let's take the feet apart for a wide-legged squat. Keeping the toes faced forward. Bring your feet together and we'll do narrow squats. Feet apart, back to a wide squat. Okay, bring the weights down. We're going to place them on the floor. And now we're going to go into our cardio session where we get the heart rate up and burn fat. Just a few minutes of high intensity jogging. I'm doing high knees. You can really do any cardio you want here. If you want to jog, high knees, jumping jacks. The option is to just do something fast that gets the heart rate up. And then we're just going to tap the feet. This is our recovery part. Just breathe. Let your body recover. I'm going to get a bench. Not necessary, but if you have a little stool, you can set your foot on. I'm going to use this to get better leverage to do my tricep workout, lifting one weight with my right arm, swinging it up high, working the tricep, the back of the arm. Notice the only part of my arm that's moving is the forearm. The rest of my body is completely still. Switching sides. Now moving on to more leg workout. These are deadlifts. I'm trying to keep my legs mostly straight, hinging at the hips and dropping the weights down to about my shins, just to where you feel the tightening of the hamstrings. Keep the back flat. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders and back in one straight line. Not rounding the back. It's okay to have a little bend in the knees. Back to triceps, arms up, shoulder level, bringing the weight in and out, keeping the elbows up high.
When you're drunk with your friends at a party, what's your favorite song? Does it make you smile? Do you think of me? When you close your eyes, tell me what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. I spent 10,000 hours and 10,000 more.
Let's go back to the leg work. A few more deadlifts. Nice and slow, down 2 and up 2. Remember, flat back and not rounded. Head stays in line with the back. Time to put the weights down. We're going to come down to the mat right now. This is our high-intensity cardio session, and I'm going to do burpees. I'll show you a few options. You're going to come with your hands to the floor, walk your feet back, then walk your feet back in, then jump up, reaching overhead. The idea is to do it as fast as possible. You can jump your feet back or simply walk your feet back. Go your own speed. A very effective exercise for getting the heart rate up, working all parts of your body. The jump is optional. You can just raise up on your heels. Okay. Step those feet out and breathe. Good work. Remember to get a drink of water anytime during class. It's good to stay hydrated. Grab those weights again, and let's move on. We're going to work biceps. Nice and slow. Holding my arms out to the side, keeping my elbows away from the body when I curl up. Contracting my abdominals in. Now I'm standing on a bench. This is just going to challenge my balance a little bit more. Let's increase and go to tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now to add some abdominal and balance work, I'm going to add in a knee lift as I curl.
Yeah, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yummy, yummy. Yeah, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum. Word on my way, yeah, babe, yeah, babe, yeah, babe. Any night, any day, to the word on my way.
Going back to the lower body, I'm going to step my right leg back into a lunge and drop down 1, 2, 3, and knee up. 1, 2, 3, power through. Back, 2, 3, and up. And let's switch to the other side. All right, back to biceps. These are hammer curls. Keeping my arms right at my sides, elbows tucked in. Raise the dumbbells up to your shoulders and lower. Now quicker to tempo. Let's add some leg lifts to the back. Hold your weights out in front. Keeping those biceps activated, lift your leg to the back, working the hamstrings and glutes. Let's switch sides. Back to biceps. Going to extend my arms out and in, out and in. This works a little bit of shoulder and biceps.
On with a smile on my face. I'm a lady, but you are my lady. You got the yum, 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 yum.
Okay, let's put the weights down. How about a little drink of water? Time for more cardio. We're gonna do a little jogging. Forward and back, forward and back. Remember, as fast as you can. Come on, fast feet, fast feet. Whew. Okay, time to recover. Step, touch. Breathe. Big inhale, big exhale. Okay, class, let's grab our weights again, and we're going to move on to our back exercises. Doing some rows, leaning forward at the hips. Pull the weights into your rib cage. Nice flat back, head and line with the back. Knees slightly bent. Bring those elbows up high. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now quicker. Up and down, up and down. Raise up. Let's put the weights on our shoulders again. Squat and kick, squat and kick, squat and kick. Now for some more back work. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, hinging forward at the hips. We're going to raise the dumbbells up out to shoulder level. These are back flies. Keep the arms relatively straight. Good alignment with your head, looking down. All right, raise up. Let's give our back a little rest, a little back bend, and set the weights down. Time for another cardio session. I call these tap outs. Tap the foot out, punch a fist across the front. Let's go, let's go. A little bounce in your step. How about we punch both fists out to the front? All right, take a breath now. How about another drink of water? Let's do a little work for our calf muscles. I'm going to stand on a bench so I can get a little more extension. Not necessary, but we're going to do quick ones today. Lifting the heels off the ground. Hands on your hips. Now, bring your heels together and toes out wide. We'll work a different part of the calf muscle. If you didn't know, your calf muscles are in 3 sections. So it's important to use different feet positions to reach all 3. Now bring your toes together, heels apart, and we'll continue up, down, up, down. Hold your belly in.
how the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard
Are you starting to feel the burn? Yes.
I was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
Okay, let's take a break.
Into nightfall, now you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard
We're going to move on now
pull the rug.
to chest and abdominal work, finishing on the floor. Come into a plank position. We're going to bring the knees into the chest. Now let's come to a forearm plank. Body in one straight line. Hips low. Drop the knees to the floor and straighten the legs. Drop and straighten. Drop and straighten. Back to a plank or push-up position. Walk your hands to the right 2 steps. Back to the left 2 steps. Now kick the feet up in the back. Then drop down to forearms and back up to hands. Now let's come to a forearm plank. Let's bring the knees in. And settle back into a child's pose for a little rest. Back to a plank or push-up position. Walk your hands to the right 2 steps. Back to the left 2 steps. Now kick the feet up in the back. Then drop down to forearms and back up to hands. And settle back into a child's pose for a little rest. Let's come back to forearm plank. Dropping the knees, straighten. Back to a plank or push-up position. Walk your hands to the right 2 steps. Back to the left 2 steps. Now kick the feet up in the back. Then drop down to forearms and back up to hands. A different way to do the Cupid Shuffle. Sing along with me. Now let's come to a forearm plank. Drop the knees to the floor and straighten the legs. Drop and straighten. Drop and straighten. And settle back into a child's pose. Wiggle your hands and fingers. Come up to seated position. We're going to place our hands on the mat. Bring the right leg forward and the left leg back for a runner's lunge. Now drop the back left knee to the ground and relax the left foot. Now shift your weight back and bring the right toe up, stretching the calf muscle. Now bring both feet together and we're going to roll up to standing. Raise your arms overhead. Place your palms together and lean to one side, right then left. Now come back to your mat and let's take the left lunge. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. Now drop the right knee, relax the right foot. And shifting the weight back, bring the left toe up. Now both feet together, let's come to standing. We're going to do a standing cat-cow. Round the back and drop the head. Pull the belly in with your hands on your thighs. Now reverse that direction and lift the head and chin up and arch the back and drop the belly. One more time. Rounded back. Tuck the chin into your chest. And then arched back, looking up. Great, now let's roll up, easy, one vertebrae at a time, and we'll stretch our shoulders. Hold one arm across the chest. And then the other. Reach your arms out to the side and extend your hands. Open the palm. Move your wrist back and forth, up and down. Now stretching the triceps, one arm up. Place your hand on your elbow. And add a little lean to the side. One side, then the other. Now stretching the hamstrings with a wide stance. I'm going to hinge forward at the hips, lean forward, reaching my arms out front, settling my weight back into my heels. Nice stretch for the hamstring and glutes. Now for a triangle pose, legs are straight. I'm going to reach my left hand down to my left foot, and the right arm goes up to the sky. If your balance allows here, you can look up to that right hand, keeping your body in one straight plane. Now raise up and we'll do the other side. Now let's circle the arms, big circle with the right arm and the left. This loosens any tension you might have developed in your shoulders and upper back. Now come down into a squat and take a big deep breath in as you raise your arms up overhead and bringing your hands down to prayer position. Now let's place your hands on your thighs, leaning forward. Press your shoulder into the center. And then the other side. Now let's stretch the inner thigh, a wide stance. Bend one knee and straighten the other. Keep both feet facing forward. Switch to the other side. Now let's do one more calf stretch. Lift your right toe up, lean forward, and then the left toe up, leaning forward. Big breath in, up overhead, and hands to prayer position. And we are done. Good for you.